And Representative Justin Chenette of Saco is the sponsor of the bill. He joins us now. Thanks for being here to clear some of this up. First, what inspired you to file this bill?
Well, I want to make a note that this does not increase the speed limit at all whatsoever. This just grants the authority for the Transportation Commissioner to evaluate the entire span of the interstate. We have an amendment that's going to be before the committee, and the Transportation Committee will evaluate that amendment to basically increase that jurisdiction over the entire span of the interstate to potentially increase the speed limit up to 75 miles per hour.
Do you see a need to do so? Should we be driving 75 at least on parts of this road?
Well, I'm not an engineer. I think that's why I'm wanting to give this jurisdiction over to the individuals that are engineers. The commissioner is an engineer. He has a team of experts that can evaluate this. I just don't see how a committee of individuals that are not experts in that field are making that decision. Let's give that over to the people that know what they're talking about.
Is this on behalf of particular constituents or just something that seemed like a good idea given that last year they raised the speed limit north of Bangor?
Right, exactly. So I think the inspiration behind this was the fact that Representative Ouellette did introduce legislation, and it was passed in the 2011 session from between Old Town and Halton, Maine. And obviously that's a rural part of the area, and we're not suggesting that between, like, for instance, Portland, for instance, would increase it to 75. I mean, I drive that every day going to Augusta. There's no way you can increase that to 75. I end up having to go 45 most of the time. So safety is first and foremost with this. It's just, again, evaluating it based on the facts.
And we want to make clear that it's not going to be 6 months from now people putting the pedal to the metal on that stretch of road. This is enabling legislation.
Right. Again, this is just handing over the jurisdiction from the legislative body to the commissioner. So at that point, they may evaluate a portion of the interstate system or they may not. If they do evaluate that, it's a long process before we'll ever get to the point where we might have an increase. It might be an increment of 5 miles per hour or 75. But I think the key is it will be through a proper vetting process, no arbitrary increases without knowing that safety is number one.
All right, good to know. Representative Justin Chenette, thanks for being with us.